Hi, so I'm Fi, and welcome to this channel. So, I'm going to make this video as kind of a channel introduction, tell you more about me, and purpose and everything. So ultimately, purpose of the channel is just to showcase some Dungeon Hunter Champions content, because I absolutely love this game. Super into it. Like, let's see, maybe a year and a half ago, I got really into Summoner's War. But to get to the really top of Summoner's War, you really had to be playing since it launched, right? So I wanted to do or feel how that felt like, but in a different game that was pretty much the same. It's very similar to Summoner's War, right? So many aspects, but it's better in some, but also buggy and probably worse in others, right? But that's the nature of the game. Hopefully it'll get cleaner anyways. But yeah, this is my account. So let's see, just show some of it. This is me. Recently part of the Epic family. Recently joined Epic Gaming. Let's see, BR 17. I guess we'll show rankings first, because this is just to show who I am. So in Arena, usually I don't farm Arena too often. I just do it weekends and try to rush if the monster's good. Really glad that they changed the ladder and how the ladder works, because now it's actually possible to get some of those higher tier monsters. If they had this like it before, I would have rushed earlier. But anyways, regardless, I do like Arena, and do want to make sure that I can beat everyone in this top 10, top 25 list. That's one of the points of my channel. I'll try to put videos taking out some of the top Arena defenses in the game. I think the only one I'm missing is Zerexus. Most of these people I've been able to fight and clear. But anyways, regardless. You'll see some of that. I'll try to vary it occasionally, but I'm just getting started, so you'll see a lot of the same monsters right now, just because that's what I use to clear things. I found that recipe for my box, per se. But we'll see what we can do, right? 5v5 I don't really care about. I'll play it eventually, but it's broken as is, right? If you go in and you're playing like whatever 2v3 real people and the rest are bots, then I don't know what's the point. And for MOBAs like this, I played League of Legends a lot in college, like a lot. Like I had my main account. I don't remember the ranking system per se, but I remember smurfing a lot of sub accounts and then just kind of helping people along. I did so many of them. I got that Warwick skin. I don't know if that means anything to you guys, but if you can imagine, I think it was like 100. You had to get 100 to level 10, which meant like 3 matches per. I remember doing that whole thing, and then I had my main account, of course, and then got to like gold something. I never got to the past gold, but regardless, I'm really glad they added the MOBA feature in here, but I hope it's not always broken, right? I don't know. We'll see. I always played AD and then carried matches as best I could, but here there's no gear, so it's kind of weird. You can't really play AD like you do in MOBAs here, but maybe I just haven't leveled up a good AD carry yet for 5v5 to really dig into that yet. But anyways, energy spent. So this one is what I hope shows that I'm super dedicated to this game, and I really love it. I'm number 1 on energy spent, and I don't know what else to say about that. Swiss, I was playing, all of these are guildies, right? So everybody in this guild is super into this game, so I'm glad to be part of that. Remember fighting to get past Swiss for the longest time, and I think I just recently did it, like last week or something, so. But anyways, yeah, just shows the dedication to it, and the lack of sleep, and that I run, so. What else is interesting? Elder Drake. I never really run Elder Drake, but when I first started, that's what I was running all the time, because I assumed, oh, it's like Summoner's War, right? So Steel Widow is gonna be really hard. You have to clear Elder Drake a lot to get the runes up, and then you can go into Steel Widow, as in was it Giants into Dragons transition. But unfortunately, it's not quite like that. And in my opinion, Steel Widow is easier, right? Because you either lose or win, and you don't have to take the time to die per se, or And you just have to have a nuke team, and you can burst down Steel Widow versus Drake. You have to. There's that stupid flight phase, right? So I don't know. It always takes longer to run. Like I don't have a consistent 40-second ED10 team, even with my box, right? I can do it. I've gotten the timing, but not consistent every single time. I can't do it. And that's why this event I'm not really too worried about it. I am playing, so like I got to 6 on here, which isn't bad. But I'm just running what do you call it? I'm running ED11s for the energy efficiency. Because there's no 4-star drops in there, but it runs at 2 minutes. So if you guys play more than me and are running sub 2-minute teams, then you're gonna crush me in this event. So I'm not really worried about it though. If I can get to top 15, I think I'll be happy, which I think I can maintain. And I need to get a good rapid set for the Pixie that I just built. Shout out to Trouble for his recommendation for Pixie. So, but anyways, what else is there? Elder Drake summons. I think I got so I got one in summons. I am definitely not free to play, of course, right? But really, I also don't buy the packs. So just as a FYI, this is all from common discs. You can I hate farming. I hate fodder grinding, to be honest, because I think it's useless other than making the fodder. I'd rather do the runes, so I will use all of my common discs for all of the fodder farming that I need to do, and this is why the rate is that, plus all the energy spent, right? So all my time spent is usually in before was Steel Widow 10. Now with the new changes in the recent patch, is going to be either ED11 or Steel Widow 11, because you get better energy efficiency for the drops that you can get for runes, right? So I'm okay with that. But that being said, my energy spending rate will probably go down. So cheers to you, Jinx. You may pass me soon if you continue the super speed was it ED-SW10 runs. But it doesn't matter. Really, what is energy? This is just an ego thing, right? Energy doesn't really matter that much. It just shows how much you play, right? How little of a life you have. Anyways, so let's see. Summons we showed. Black market. Here, I don't really focus this that much. I'll try to search for the LD shards and the legendary shards, I guess, as everyone else is doing. I don't care. Oh, I guess money wise, you can see there 89.2 million, because I don't really I don't know. I don't make the rune unless it's really good rune, and I have somewhere to put it, right? I'll just kind of bring it up to 6, and I'm really really stringent about the runes that I'll keep because of the number of runs we're running, and we have a very limited rune box right now, 400. It's not enough to be hoarding runes and stuff like that, and to be doing every single one. So yeah, and then battle rating, of course. So 4 on battle rating. So at this point, I was looking at this, trying to figure out why my thing was going up. So it's based off top 30, I believe. 36, oh, I'm sorry, best 30 monsters, right? So once you get to the top, once you have more than 36 star mons, it ends up being how many nat 5s have you 6-starred for battle rating, in my opinion, right? Because like for each natural star level increase of the monster, you get like an additional 1,000 battle rating on that particular monster. So it could be garbage, it could be the Monkey King, but if you have the Monkey King at 6, then you get an extra, 3,000, right? And if I had the extra 3,000, I could jump past what's Island Grown here. So, well, whatever. You know what I mean, right? So, but the thing is, some of them are useless. I'd rather do 4 stars, whatever. So I don't care. I don't know. This is a bit arbitrary. There doesn't seem to be anything that matches that this is really required for. But I guess it's another ego trip, right? So, and then guild ranking, part of Epic Gaming. Used to be part of Equally Epic, but it doesn't matter. 1 and 2, right? Best of the best. Anyways, or whale of the whales. Anyways, doesn't matter. So let's see here. What else can we show? I guess we can show the box, what champions I've done. So, yeah. I've 6-starred a bunch. Doesn't mean I use them all, per se. Let's see, Katsuko... Fire MG is great. You get the defense buff. I was using her on AD for a little bit, and she was really nice way back when. Actually, I also used her for some of the Ascended dungeons, with, in addition to... Where's the water one? Yeah, the water one. Yoko, oh no. Used them both to survive through some of the Ascended dungeons, ED 11 plus, right? Of course, the god Xaveron, you need the invulnerability. So luckily, I was able to pull one of those. Of course, an Ella for the immunity, the Basilisk for the tanky immunity. Blade Master, I love Blade Master. So glad I got Blade Master. Farmer. Most of my speed teams, whatever, everything, almost everything. Arena offense, speeding up blitz, you use them everywhere. Before I had Blade Master, it was Blueberry. Blueberry was my go-to girl for everything. Her runes now aren't as good because I moved them to Lemon Drop, because I also got Lemon Drop. But I always preferred Blueberry over the Lemon Drop because of the defense break and the HP scaling damage cap. So I'm not quite sure. I never did the math or tested it and whether or not that would work, but I feel like the defense break is better, especially AO, because it kind of acts like a pirate if you don't have a pirate for the AoE defense break, and then it keeps applying it. So if they quickly cleanse it, but her ult goes for a little bit longer, then you can reapply that debuff. So Zircon did it for this was my my second 6-star back when trying to clear ED10 way back when, but I don't use him ever anymore, so his runes are garbage. Diva, Kai Wenji, amazing healer. Love. She's my go-to healer in AO. If you see any of my attack series, mainly because the utility is also good, right? AO heals and stun. Because was it the stunning moves? My god, the stun length on this is so long. It feels like it's like 4 or 5 seconds. Maybe I'm just at half speed, but it just feels like it's so freaking long, right? And then of course you got the inspiring lyrics, right? So it just heals and heals and heals, right? And then 12-second cooldown. So I don't know. And then Catchy Tune's cool. I never saw a big. It's probably helping, but it was never noticeable help per se. And then you get your more heals, right? So Blue Greater Demon, I had for a while before the light one. So this was my go-to Greater Demon stripper for a while. I don't know, great one, right? Yoko, another magic girl for the what do you call it? That defense buff, not defense buff, the cleanse, and then the reduced damage thing. Kind of like a pseudo. If you don't have Archangel, the magic girls are cool too. You don't have the magic girls, the dragon guards seem to be pretty cool too. So I don't know. Of course, Snake Lady, because you need to get the dots in for some of those early teams. But notice that I don't know, she kind of falls off a little bit if you're trying to go into really fast speed teams. But she's still great. A couple days ago, I finally got her max skilled, which was awesome. I love this thing on 2. But sometimes, I don't know, it bugs and she doesn't just constantly use this. I feel like she should just be constantly using this with the additional leader skill CDs and the other CD things. Like, I usually run the Dark TK for the additional, but I don't know. I don't know if the AI is just spamming this or if it needs to wait for a target or what's up with that, but anyways. Manas, because you need... because the timekeepers are gods, right? Like, they're just... they're so good, right? Because that the attack, the heal, what do you call it? The continuous... I'm sorry. The ongoing damage, right? So... Mojo fell off for a while, but started seeing him in a couple of the Ascended dungeon floors because his utility is super good, right? Even though he had only 3 skills, but you got Disorient, attack speed down, and the attack defense break. I'm sorry, attack and defense buff. Like, it's super good, right? Especially for the Ascended dungeons now. So, I need to re-rune him, I believe, but I don't know. We'll see. Kendrick, Galleon. Galleon's OP for your cleave team. I don't know, in general. His defense break lasts a really long time. That's what I really noticed. So, and it lasts a lot longer than the Archangel's invulnerability. So as soon as invulnerability falls off, you still have defense breakdown. So then you can still kill those things. So regardless of what protection they have, anything tanky, anything stall, you need defense break. But my defense breaker is this one, Kendrick. So I wish I had the dark one, but it doesn't matter. Rhoda. You know, it's Rhoda. She's great. Build attack speed, which is wonderful. You used her for ED10 farming a long time ago. Now I've re-ruined her a little bit to try to try to clear more AOs, but I got my Blade Master. So for really clearing AOs, my Blade Master is my damage dealer. The Caroline Green Siege Tower. Wonderful unit. This was my first good Nat 5 that I had gotten. So this one is almost fully Devilmon. Oh, and the only other Nat 5 I fully deviled is my Blade Master. So I did do the bad thing, and I put Devilmon. I'm sorry, whatever Fuzzles, whatever called Tutor Puffs, into Blueberry here. Which in hindsight was so dumb, because now I cringe every time I get a Candy Munchkin, because I've done Blueberry, Lemon Drop, I did the Fire one just because I kept getting freaking Candy Munchkin. So regardless, I'm a little bit behind on max skilling things, but really the only ones I have is this, and then I'm working on the Archangel now, which I only have one in anyways, so doesn't matter. But Siege Tower's great. Good debuffs with lowered attack speed. There's a Disorient somewhere. Disorient is there. You get the block buffs, and of course you get like 5 OGD on the ult, which is just wonderful, right? So Light Archangel, I built it because of the fusion event. To be honest, I never use this anywhere. Kind of a waste. BR buffer, BR padding, to be honest, but yeah, I should probably use them somewhere. This one, Lindsay, Light Ranger. I only built her because back when the pirate event was going, I couldn't get a pirate, because I wouldn't roll for gems for the pirate banners per se. I don't like to roll on the banners, because it's just an inefficient use of runes, right? I'm sorry, of gems, right? So, but I needed an attack buffer for my team that was also a damage dealer herself. So I built Lindsay. She was a bit overwhelming. I ended up taking runes off her, so this is not like the optimal rune set that I was trying to go for her. But she was good until I got Kendrick, right? So, but once you get Kendrick, you get the defense break too, and then he does more damage than Lindsay could do. So, just went with the Kendrick over Lindsay. So I don't really use her anymore. Xenia, don't really need to talk about Xenia. Xenia, the boob sister, right? I don't know. OP cleavage, I guess. What else to say? Lemon Drop is there. Candy Munchkins, great. Percent damage instead of defense break versus the Blueberry. So I need to build this one again, my Light Hag, because now with the patch, they finally fix her, and she's a lot better than she was. In the sense, only sacrificed 10%. I had her when she was OP way back when, and then they just nerfed the crap out of her, and then she was useless. And then now I need to try her again, but I just haven't done that yet. Pixie I did on a Guildiest recommendation. Again, shout out to Trouble for Pixie recommendation. But let's see. Max skill, whatever. I haven't actually done anything with it yet. I was trying to do faster clears, but I don't think her gear is good enough because my rapid set is not that good. It's pretty suboptimal right now. Look at that. There's no attacking stats on this rapid shoulder. So anyways, it's just, everything is just kind of spread. So I don't know. She could be a lot better, I think. But that attack speed on her is crazy, right? Was it 4.4? I think Trouble said this was 5 attacks a second, but I couldn't do it without sacrificing a crit rate, and I have no crit damage on this. So I mean, it could be a lot better. Probably go Mortal on her instead of the. Well, no, I got attack speed. I don't know. It doesn't really matter. I don't really need her for anything right now, but eventually want to play with her more. My only LD only, my LD is the Light Greater Demon. So basically, it's just a stripper. Really use it for strip. It's got this cool effect where you can add block buffs to the ulti when you compare it to this guy, the water one, right? See, the water one is just based on max HP. It doesn't have the guaranteed crit. So because of that, I built him with crit damage here and a relatively low crit rate. I think it's only 30. Yeah, you can see 30% there. But just for the ults. I don't know if that's the best way to build him, but it has been working out okay. I think he needs more accuracy though, because he seems to not strip things in AO, and I need him stripping things. That's really the purpose of the Greater Demon, in my opinion. So I built the Light Magic Girl because I hadn't had a really good stripper yet. My AO strippers kind of went from initially it was Xenia. Then I used the Dark TK for a little bit. Then I used the light one here, the Light Magic Girl, and then I got the Light Greater Demon. So, oh, and the Water Greater Demon was dispersed in there somewhere. So I don't know. They all work kind of, but maybe I built her too squishy because she had a lot of attacking stuff, like the guaranteed crits and stuff, so I put more attack stuff on her, but she always died, and she never seemed to cleanse as well as I would have hoped. So, because remove 2 buff, block buff, I don't know, versus the Greater Demon, it just devours enemy buffs, right? So it's not limited to 2. So I don't know, I still think Greater Demon is better. So Lei, Tiki Warrior, Dark Tiki Warrior. I don't know. I use her for a blitz. Because of the defense buff. I don't know. She's okay. No hate, but nothing great to say about her either. So Obelisk, the Tormentor here. Dark Dragon. I like him a lot. Basically, with his CDs, I built him Adept. I don't really think he needs Adept, but with an Adept set on Obelisk here, you have attack break and attack speed break all the time on raid bosses. So this is what I use for a sub 2-minute dot based Steel Widow 11 team that is really consistent. So I don't know, he's cool. Need to try him for AO or for Arena, but I'm not wholly satisfied with the Arena performance, because I think right now with the Dark Dragons, if you get one shot, the first skill doesn't apply, that Undying buff. When allies' current health drops below 30%, it gets Undying buff. But if you immediately die and you never fall within the 30%, you just go 40% to 0 per se. I think it doesn't apply Undying. But I could be wrong about that, but I'm pretty sure I saw a couple arena matches where this happened. Either that or got cleansed really fast, but I don't think that was the case. So, but I could be wrong about that. Leave a comment if you know. Violet is, to me, she's still the best cleanser, but her base stats are crap, right? So, really hard to build, but if you can get her built right and your team clumps up in arena defense, the best cleanser in the game, because she just keeps cleansing, right? And you can't like negate that cleanse per se, because it's just on the floor. So you just have to move the enemies out of her cleanse for it to work. So Elisa, Dark Merc, she's great. This was my Mon. I was playing with some Withering a little bit, and unfortunately Withering is just garbage. Like, anyways, go see that video on that if you did. If you go see my other video on Withering, note that I messed up one point, in the sense that you can only affect a target with a maximum of 20 Withering debuffs, which is really dumb. It's really, I can rant more about that later, but it doesn't matter. Elisa's cool because she's got that attack speed. Where's the thing? That knack for survival, basic. So it reduces the amount of damage from the next damaging effect by 10% per attack, stacking up to 5. My hope was she could be the way to clear ED15, because ED15 just comes in bursts, right? You just get one shot by the what was it, the Dragon Bite thing, and then by the Scream, right? So my hope was this would help counter it, but unfortunately it didn't work. So things just died. And I think, well, I don't know. I think I don't know. Maybe my team comp was right. Maybe you can do it, but I wasn't able to get it successfully. So Dark Naga's cool. Gabion. My thing with him is that the strip comes too late though. The tidal wave is cool. Where is it? Tidal Scourge. But it's really slow. So like by the time all my ultis have gone, then he cleanses, right? So my thought and on this is that he's a good counter to the Dragon Guards that we're gonna see, right? So we pop everything, and then use the Tidal Scourge to cleanse off the Undying, and then kill those things before they can wreak too much damage. But hitting that timing perfectly, I don't know. It's a bit weird in Arena. It's more likely that you're gonna miss everything. So I'm torn about Dark Naga. So, and I don't know. I need more accuracy on him anyway. So, and then Skuld. I used her a lot in the summer. Steel Widow 10 farming. For the first team that I had built, because I needed, I was using BM and attack monsters, so I needed attack speed up, but I couldn't use the green one because of the element disadvantage versus the fire Steel Widow monster. So ended up using Skuld, and I wasn't using any immunity or a healer, so the regen actually helped. Even though I'm using squishy ones, like the regen, just a little bit of healing to top them off, so they don't immediately burst down. It helping. So I like Skuld here. So, and I have a Sharma, so Dark TK. So best TK because it has the best of all the skills, right? You got your cleanse and you got your ongoing damage. So I built him tanky. I know people build him attack too for the additional scaling on the heals, but I don't know. It's the only thing that scales on attack, and usually I'm carrying another healer into the game. So I wanted him to survive the Ascended Dungeons, so I didn't really worry about that. But yeah, so what else? I can show some of the other things. I want to go into all of it. I have a lot of Nat 5s here, as you see, dupes, but I don't know, not building the Monkey Kings because I haven't heard good things about them. Feels like it would be fun. Maybe I might build the PvP one just so I could just troll people with that the untargetable like Wukong, but I don't know. I eventually want to do a Fire Ink with the Dark Dino, because both the Dark Dino ult has the mark, the AoE mark, and then and this is delayed. The Fire Ink Ninja's delayed defense break, whatever, ignore defense ulti. So I don't know, pair that with a good stun and then a cleanse maybe to make sure everything lands. I think it would be fun. But optimal? No, right now. Well, maybe no one's figured out how to use her. So more siege towers. I should probably build them eventually. The blue one, and the. Do I have a blue one? I don't have a blue one. Yeah, I don't have a blue one, but 2 red ones, so a green one. But I have a blue Monkey King. When I first started the game, I got a green Monkey King, and then the red one was free from the thing, and then I dropped another one. I actually got 3 red ones. I should have kept the red one, but I wanted to evolve. What was it? Promote a 6-star. At that point, I think it was Blueberry. I think I fed it into Blueberry because I had the 3. So I was like, in hindsight, I should have kept it just so I could have the. Hey, I got 3 red Monkey Kings. Guess look at that luck. But anyways, let's see what else. Blue Monkey King. I don't know. I never use any of those. There's the 2 green ones. I don't know. These are ones I want to build eventually. I want to build the Light Shark for that legendary debuff. The dark hag. That one looked cool. And was it the red Dragon King monument? So, and the light merc. Light merc looked like fun too. But I don't know where I'd use these. These are just, I need to burn fodder and I need to keep my roster low so I can keep farming. So I'll just build things. So I don't know who I'm gonna do next. There's some fodder. How much fodder do I have left? Let's see. Just as a promote. Yeah, almost 3 ready to go for the next one. Yeah, what else is here? I don't think there's anything else exciting here. Hey, I got I summoned some common discs I forgot to remove. Anyways, so yeah, what else is there to show here? I think that's it. Yeah, I think that's it. So, I'm just gonna, yeah. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed this content, and yeah. Like, subscribe, do all that stuff. I don't care if you do or not. I'm doing this for me. So anyways, take care.